What's up, everyone? Welcome to my Steven Universe the movie review. Oh crap, I forgot to give my thoughts on the show. How do I convey my thoughts on how I feel about the show in a way that doesn't make me sound like a fanboy? Well, in an articulated professional manner, I think the show is decently animated and teaches the importance of... In all seriousness, this is probably my pick for my favorite show ever, even more than Fullmetal Alchemist. All the characters are compelling and work well off of each other, the animation is great, and the lore is pretty fascinating. As the show progresses, more truths are unraveled that actually manages to blow your mind. Most people might be scared off by the weird cartoonish and overly vibrant style, but not only do you get used to it, but the style gives the show its own identity, and you soon learn to appreciate how good it actually is. The show is also somewhat of a musical, and not kidding, I don't even think I came across a single bad song throughout the series. I know song tastes are subjective, but trust me, you're going to like at the very least one or two of them. The movie takes place after 5 seasons of revelations and character growth, so this review, trailer footage, and movie will contain spoilers. So if you're considering getting into the series, watch the entirety of season 1. The show starts off okay, but you really know if you like it by the time season 1 ends. If you don't care about spoilers for the show, or you're already a fan, then continue watching, but if you're considering getting into the show, please start it before getting spoiled, because I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but there's so many revelations and character growth throughout that makes the show so much fun to watch. Without further delay, let's begin. Without giving away the whole movie, I'll go over the main part of the plot. Basically, 2 years after the events of Season 5, Steven has established peace across all gem colonies, and he's returned home to enjoy living peacefully with his family and friends. However, a new threat arrives with a personal vendetta against Steven and attempts to take away his happily ever after by trying to kill all life on Earth, including Steven and his loved ones. By the way, while that's the main conflict of the movie, there's so much stuff in between that I wish I could talk about. The movie is basically almost a stylistic summary of the show. There's a simple plot with many revelations throughout this that strengthen the plot and the viewer's investment. One thing that I also love this movie for is focusing so much on what makes the characters so great. Each character, even side ones like Bismuth, Peridot, and Lapis, gets highlights that show us why we love these guys so much. This plot is just basically a love letter for fans, and if you watch my trailer thoughts for the movie, you heard me predict the villain would most likely be lame and annoying. I was never more wrong in my life. Spinel is actually one of the biggest highlights of the movie. It has such an interesting arc and dynamic to the story. Yeah, this plot did not disappoint. It actually blew my expectations out the water. While the movie won't have animation that compares to other animated movies, it took me a while to realize that this is a TV movie, so its budget is essentially the same as the show, and that made the movie so much more impressive. The animation runs fluidly and never feels like Johnny Test and Teen Titans Go animation. And since this is a movie, it's clear in viewing it that a lot more effort went into the animation than the show, which was also animated well. So yeah, while it doesn't compare to a theatrically released animated movie, the animation is still impressive and moves almost flawlessly. Since the show is basically a musical, it makes sense for the movie to be as well, and so it is. And just like the show, I didn't hear a single song I thought was bad. I actually ended up loving most of them, and some songs featured in the movie like Happily Ever After, Who We Are, Disobedient, Change, and the final song are now amongst my favorites in the series. And props to these voice actors, because they have such talented voices, it's actually kind of insane. So how do I conclude this review in an objective, articulated manner? Well, I think this movie is impressive, with good qualities from the show. Say 5 out of 5. That's all it is. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Yeah, I was serious about the 5 out of 5 though. It's just like the show, the animation is great, the songs are great, the characters are great and work well off each other. The movie takes what makes the show great and does that for an hour. This is basically just a gigantic, dedicated love letter to fans of the show. If you're not familiar with the show, then you might not appreciate the movie as much as I do, but if you're a fan of the show, it's pretty much inevitable that you're going to like this thing. That is why I think it deserves a 5 out of 5, because it accomplished what it came to do. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. If you have, then please like and subscribe, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace, everyone.